LeBron James just joined the Lakers. But things weren't always like that. Let's go back a little bit, back to the great year of 2003, when I was born and LeBron James was drafted first overall pick by the Cleveland Cavaliers. Big deal, drafted by his home team. And he was on a magazine, I think at 16 years old, as the chosen one, on the cover of the magazine. That's a lot to live up to. And a lot of NBA players with that much hype, they don't really exceed the hype, you know. They don't even make it to the hype. They're just way below, you know, the expectations. They're way below that. So it really wouldn't be that crazy if, you know, he wasn't the chosen one, you know. But he might just be, because he ended up not winning any championships the first time he was in the Cleveland Cavaliers, and he left to Miami Heat, which turned out to be a pretty good decision, even though he got a lot of backlash for it, but might help him in the long run to be not just a great player, but possibly the greatest player till I make it into the NBA at least. Or maybe you, I don't know. Either way, he ended up winning 2 championships there, and came back to his home state of Cleveland, Ohio, and brought a championship ring there. But the years following that, he didn't win any, because the Golden State, the all-time super team, they're unstoppable, really. Maybe we'll have to see this season. Maybe he'll win another title. So he just joined the Lakers, and that's probably not the worst idea for him, because there's probably debate every single hour somewhere around the world. A serious 50-minute, 2-hour-long debate starts every single hour. I bet money on that, on whether LeBron James or Michael Jordan is the best player ever. And every single time, the person who's rooting for Jordan, Michael Jordan, says, well, if LeBron James was better than Michael Jordan, then why does Michael Jordan have double the rings of LeBron? And then the person on LeBron James' team would be like, well, if we're just judging by rings, then neither of them are the best player. Bill Russell is the best player of all time because he won 11 championship rings. And they were all from the same team, the Boston Celtics. And then you know, it kind of goes back and forth like that for a while. And of course it's different outcomes, but I'd say a lot of time it's usually Michael Jordan, or they just agree to disagree. And of course sometimes it's LeBron. You know, there's that many debates, sometimes LeBron's gonna win. But if LeBron wants to for sure be the best player, the greatest player of all time, he's gotta catch up. And that's why I think it might be a good idea that he left to the Lakers, because the Cleveland Cavaliers, they didn't have any really big contracts they filled yet with other great players, so he was always carrying his team. The only other really amazing players, that, you know, could actually put up some serious points, were Kevin Love and J.R. Smith, who didn't know the score and ran to the other basket. But you've all seen that. So, of course, he ended up leaving to the Lakers. I think we all kind of seen that. And the dude is, how old is he? I wrote it down. He's 33 now, and he got into the NBA 2003, and I'm 14. I was born 2003, so roughly 14 years ago. And if he's 33, that means he's only got, you know, 10 years, I'd say, at the most. Maybe 11. Shaq, you know, one of the later NBA retirees, at 44 years old. But, I mean, there's also people like Kobe Bryant at 36 years old. Yeah, at 36 years old. So, if he were to retire at 36, he would have to win all, he wouldn't be able to make it. He would, even if he won all the rest, he wouldn't be able to get all the rings. He wouldn't be able to beat Michael Jordan. So there'd still be that debate, and there'd be no clear winner. Mostly him, you know, it'd still be mostly Michael Jordan. So, if he goes to the Lakers, and now that he's got Lonzo on his team also, Lonzo could be a great player. So, if he's got Lonzo on his team, there's a possibility for a ring there. And then they can kind of shut down that debate, and LeBron James can be the best. But if he doesn't win enough of these, then he'll be a great player. Of course, he's already a great player. If he were to retire right now, he'd be remembered as a great player, but not the greatest player. So, if he graduates at like Shaq did, at 44, then there's a big possibility he could beat Michael Jordan. And Michael Jordan, when did he retire? I wrote it down. 40. He retired at 40. So if he were to retire at 40, LeBron James would still have 7 years left in his NBA career. It's a lot of time. It's a lot of time to win some rings. And now Michael Jordan's 55. Either way though, then there's still the Bill Russell thing with the 11 rings, but then there's also the basketball was different back then. But I personally think this was probably a pretty good decision, because maybe it's just because I'm biased. I'm a Lakers fan. You know, Adam Morrison, now, put this in perspective. Adam Morrison, you guys probably heard of him. He played alongside Kobe Bryant. Here's the thing though. He was more of a bench player. He didn't really get a lot of playing time. Great in college. But when he got to the NBA, he wasn't all that. But he's got the same amount of rings as LeBron. Or maybe it's one less. He's either got 2 or 3 rings. So he's getting pretty close to LeBron James. And that's because he was on the team with Kobe. Even though he was a bench player, he still got a ring when they won. But I mean, so LeBron James, Adam Morrison. I mean, I get that debate might be held somewhere. You know, someone might be rooting for Adam Morrison out there. He's the best, maybe. You know, who knows? Anyway, thanks for watching this video. Let me tell me what you think in the comments. Do you think it's a good idea that LeBron James joined the Lakers? And do you think Shaq, even though he's 55 years old now, should come back to the NBA? Me too. And maybe Michael Jordan too. You know, maybe the NBA would be a bunch of, within 5 years, would be a bunch of 60-year-old people.